Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be doing a reading all about a really big blessing that's going to come to you, and we're going to be focusing on something that you can look forward to, and it's going to be something that is ultimately life-changing. Like, we're going to be focusing on a really big event that is going to basically push your career, push your love life. That's what we're looking at. We're looking at something that's really, really big. So we have 4 groups here. I will reveal the cards as well if you'd rather pick from the cards, but if you would like to just pick from crystals, we have number 1 with Tiger's Eye, number 2 with the Amethyst, number 3 with the Black Tourmaline. This is one of my fave crystals, so pretty. And then we also have number 4 with the Pyrite. Okay, so let's reveal the cards. Group number 1, Inner Spring, Inner Autumn. Group number 2, Chamber of Innocence. Group number 3, Fated Life, Destiny Life. And number 4, Chamber of Transformation. So please pick your card, whichever one draws you in, and let's get started. Start off with group number 1. Hello group number 1, let's get started with your reading. So we're going to be looking at what is a really big blessing that you can look forward to. So we have the Tiger's Eye. I love this crystal. This is just a really beautiful solar sacral chakra, all about creativity and creating something that is big, that's larger than life, all that sort of jazz. So with this card, these are double-sided. So we have it coming out in Inner Spring. So Inner Spring is really, really beautiful. This is indicating to me that you guys are coming into your own inner spring. Now, this blessing could come around springtime, so this is a general reading, so it could literally come around springtime. But what it looks like to me is, even just looking at this card, your heart chakra is opening, and what's happening is your creativity is opening, and both of those two together is going to bring in a really, really beautiful creation for you, like it's some sort of project or career, just something that's literally brand new for you. And it's something that you have been working towards quite a lot. I wouldn't say it's unexpected, I think you expect it, but you're just not sure on the timing as such. So let's have a look at the tarot, and we'll get you a couple of tarot cards and we'll see what wants to come through. Let's see what this inner spring is all about. So is this reverse and reverse? Okay, so you guys are currently making some sort of decision about where your life should go in terms of mainly your career, mainly your creative endeavors. So I think a lot of you guys are going to be working for yourself. If you're not working for yourself, you're definitely wanting to do a different job. And I think a really big blessing for you is that your path is actually going to shift very drastically. So it's not just like a certain thing, it's actually an entire lifestyle. So I see it's something like they're showing me you have legs that are growing taller. So it's almost like you're standing up taller, you feel happier, you feel more empowered, you feel like you can move along life, and it feels like you're being pulled along. Like, I'm seeing like God's hand is pulling you by your sacral chakra, so you're moving forward creatively and you have the power to do so. Now I feel like when you do this, you are actually going to gain a lot. So especially if you are starting a business or you're starting your own Instagram to do with like art or something like that, I can actually see it like blowing up quite a lot. Like, I feel it blowing up quite a lot. Now, you have a lot of options at the moment. You're confused about which option you would effectively like to choose. So throat chakra, that's okay. It's okay to not know. It's okay to be confused. Like, you don't have to know exactly what's happening, because I actually feel like this is going to be completely fine. I think it's all going to work out in its own divine timing. I think that's basically what it is. But either way, your big blessing is like an introduction to a new version of yourself, and it feels like absolutely amazing. Can we just get one more card, please, just to confirm group number 2? Sorry, group number 1. Maybe you're choosing group number 2 as well. Group number 1. Underneath the deck, the holiest temple. And then we have Chamber of Manifestation. The end is also the beginning. Okay, beautiful. So, what I feel is happening is, okay, yeah, I definitely feel, I understand what's going on now. You are being opened up. Like you're, okay, as a woman, if you're a woman, this is, and the energy between your legs. This is not just, this is not not an intimate thing. It's more of an emotional intimate thing. It's not like a physically intimate thing. It's like your creation energy is like expanding, and this is scary because you have kind of been created for a box. Like you've been created through this tiny little box, whether it be your upbringing, society, who you've been around, and this is completely throwing everything out of the water. And it's basically, God is saying, your spirit guides are saying, now is the time to make some changes. Now, this is going to be divinely timed. So if you're feeling it already, that's great, but you don't have to do anything that you're super uncomfortable with. Like this is actually about doing things naturally, you're naturally drawn to in the meantime, and then this will all start to shift. This is all about releasing a lot of wounds that you had in the past, especially with your upbringing, especially if you never received love in a certain way. There's a kind of like a lack energy that you're dealing with. I just realized my candle holders are like really slanted. That's better. Yeah, and you're kind of, you're being asked to just really work with your creativity. You don't have to create anything right now. I really want to tell you that you don't have to create anything. And I really feel drawn to citrine as well for this group, but like I say, you don't have to create anything. Like that is actually something I want you to not put pressure on yourself with, because at this moment it's kind of like you're a Sims character and you've outgrown this old Sims character and now you're creating a new one. Now you're approaching this new Sims character in a different way. You're approaching yourself in a different way. So it's like, how do I want to do my hair? How do I want my body to look? How do I want my life to be led? Like that's kind of all these things that are shifting for you. You might change your relationship with your parents, with your family, with your friends, like all these people that you've grown up with, all these things, like you are, because you are changing so much, the people around you and the way you're reflecting back to them is going to change too. So I'm hearing you've changed, and that's actually a really good thing. Like that's a really, really good thing. So the blessing here is, you're changing, your energy is changing, the way you are acting is changing, and it's going to manifest a completely brand new life, which is really, really, really great. But at the moment, you're going through the transformational phase where you're not at the other side yet. So you're getting all these downloads, write them down. This is all juicy stuff that's going to help you in the next phase. But it feels like, to me, is that it feels like a big life change. So I think it's things like really big things. It doesn't feel like relationships. It feels more like a house move, a job change, or some sort of like lifestyle change. Maybe you're suddenly into fitness and you're losing a ton of weight and it's like you may massively change the way you look, or something like that. It's something like that where you can see the difference, but over a slow amount of time. This feels like Seven of Pentacles vibes, where it's like it takes time. Or is it the Eight of Pentacles? I can't remember. I don't really look at the numbers, but yeah, so that's really, really beautiful. So the Knight of Cups is really lovely as well. So this could also indicate a connection that is like really, really loving to you. But what I feel like it actually is it's your inner child, your younger self and your inner child. You are coming back to that. You're going into your past. Things are being healed and you're coming out of your past and going into your future more confidently. Yeah, exactly. So you've kind of been pushing through the agony, through the uncomfortableness. You don't need to do that anymore. This is not the time to do that anymore. Like, you are literally on the verge of change. Now, let's get a timing. Aries season. I'm also got about autumn time as well, because we've got autumn here. So I feel like, it feels to me like the 23rd of October, very specific. An Aries season as well. This is also to do with how you're interacting with your relationships. You're gonna interact with a lot more new people that you've never interacted with before, and it's going to create this ripple effect of you meeting more and more and more and more and more people, and it's going to be absolutely beautiful. So let's get you one more card. I feel like I want to pull you one of these. Haha, leave the past behind. Exactly, that's what you're doing. You're clearing the past right now, which is why you kind of need to go into it first. Clear your mind. Yeah, exactly. So clearing your mind, clearing your energy, you are clearing out the old and releasing the old. But you're grieving a lot. If you're grieving a lot, that's okay. I've been crying, like, personally a lot recently. I don't know why. Well, I do know why. It's because I'm grieving the past, but it's like I kind of don't want to, but it's kind of like I have to. And that's what's happening for you guys. You're also doing a lot of crying, you know, and it's like, it's uncomfortable. It's not fun. I'm not going to sugarcoat it and say this is fun, because a lot of the readings I've been doing recently haven't been that fun energy. It's that slogging, like trudging your feet through mud kind of energy, but it is going to be so worth it, because you need to really, really shift your identity into something that's more sustainable for you, not for anyone else. Okay, and it's getting there. You're getting there. You're doing a really good job. So that's your reading. I hope you enjoyed. Biggest blessing, major change. It's going to shift your career, possibly move, and I think it's going to be quite soon. I think it's going to be probably within about 3 months. If not, like, just take it as it resonates. Take the timing as it resonates. If you'd like a private reading, all my information's down below, and I'll speak to you soon. Bye. Hello, group number 2. Thank you so much for checking out this video. Okay. Chamber of Innocence, what a cutie card. This is so adorable. It is so sweet. Okay, so this is actually quite a different energy to a lot of the cards I have in this deck. What is this deck called? I can't remember. Oh, the inner temple. So it's quite deep stuff. This card deck is quite deep. This one has a really, really interesting energy to it, because it's not just, oh my gosh, this is to do with your relationships. Okay, here we go. Right, I don't even need to like pull any more cards right now. Okay, my love, right, this is your love reading, basically, your relationship reading. Your relationships are changing. You have been overgiving to protect yourself. Now, when we overgive, you basically are draining yourself to the nth degree, and what's happening is your innocence has been shoved under the rug. Okay, the way you interact with other people has been like, I'm scared, what if people abandon me, am I gonna die, all these things, right? That's what you're working through at the moment. Okay, you deserve to be happy. You deserve to be happy. You deserve to have a relationship with yourself that is healthy. Now, when you have a healthy relationship with yourself, everything else follows. I think this is to do with you and what you missed and what you're now gaining back. And I think there's a lot of blessings in here, but I'm going to focus on this innocence first, and we'll see what wants to come up. I feel like I just want, do I want one of these cards? Okay, okay. Yeah, I'm going to get one of these first. Let's get 2 of these. Perfect. Right. Aligned and simplicity. Is that way? This way. Okay. So, you are working on your inner power. You're working on your power. You're working on your confidence. Everything needs to be simplified right now. And also, you have gone through an intense amount of separation within yourself, within others, within your job, all of that stuff. It's intense. Now, this is all shifting at this very moment, and your biggest blessing... Okay, we're not figuring that out yet. All right, so part of your biggest blessing is that you are coming into innocence. You are coming into a sense of play, a sense of love, a feeling of freedom, a feeling of community. The community is coming in really, really hot and really, really strong. And it's okay to simplify everything at the moment, all right? Now, if you're scared, if you're feeling scared, if you're feeling worried, you have nothing to worry about, because this is actually an unfolding. Now, there's a song called Unfolding, which I really want to show you, but I haven't got my phone on me. If you guys comment what's the song Unfolding, then I'll get my phone and I'll comment back to you. But it's like a really beautiful song. It basically says, you're not broken, you're unfolding. And that's what I really, really love. That's literally what's going on for you guys, is your biggest blessing at this moment. I'll look at the future as well, but at this moment, yours is like unfurling each individual petal about yourself. And it's been scary because you felt so misaligned for so long. Like, it's not been fun at all. Okay. That's how you've been feeling, but we're going to put it upright. So that's how you've been feeling. You've been feeling misaligned. You've been feeling just really, really out of whack, and feeling like, am I ever going to get out of this area, get out of this place, get out of this time in my life? And of course you will. Through this time, right, you need to build up to your next big blessing. You're going through the blessing right now. You're seeing the blessings right now, I think it's relief. I think you're feeling more relief. I think you're feeling more peace. I think you're feeling more calmness. But it's about actually getting to the root of what's going on, because that's basically what's happening here. And then let's see what's in between. Yeah, lovely. So at this moment, you are still working on talking to people, talking to new people, getting your confidence up and getting yourself in a place where you are able to just be yourself, right? So that's what you're working on. And I think within the next like couple of weeks, I think you're going to start to get really, 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 really blessed. Like, so many blessings are coming towards you. This is about your relationship to your identity, to your relationships with others, and this is about how people have controlled you, and you've just kind of let them control you out of fear, right? So you're not letting people control you anymore, and you're not letting people take the reins. So this is to do with how people see you and how you let people see you, and it's basically saying, fuck it, who cares? Like, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what people see in me. It literally doesn't matter. I'm going to do what I want to do. And I think you're going to know what this is in about like a couple of weeks. I think that's what's going to happen. I don't think it's too far away. I think it's actually something quite soon. Let's get you a couple more cards. But the Page of Swords is like brand new. You've got everything within you to do this. It just is taking its time. Yeah, growth, exactly. That's basically what is happening. You're growing. You are moving through each individual stage, and it's really uncomfortable because it's like, this is not something that you wanted. You got to simplify it. You got to simplify everything. Okay, you feel like you're missing out. You're actually not. What's happening is you're wanting to move forward, but you can't because it's not the right time, and you keep repeating these patterns. So it's okay to be in this stage of the unknown. It's okay to like genuinely not know where you're going. There's a few people through this phase that you're going to meet who's going to lift you up and push you on to the next path. Your biggest blessing is, I genuinely feel it's to do with your lifestyle and your career. I think it's a really, really big change that's happening. And yeah, I keep hearing, okay, this is interesting. I keep hearing in this reading, don't get too deep, don't get too deep. So some of you guys have really, really struggled with depth. And I don't mean that in a bad way. It's maybe you can't really handle it right now. Maybe you've just are feeling a bit sensitive to it. But it does feel like you're really struggling with your depth. I think it's because you're just going through so much emotionally. And God and your ancestors are basically saying, just have compassion for yourself. Trauma versus guidance. Yeah, you're working through two versions of you. The color red is a really, really powerful color for you. So wear a lot of red through this time. Wear a lot of copper, a lot of like this color, whatever this color, like rust, like a rust color. Your biggest blessing is you're going to be happy. That's really cute. Your biggest blessing is, my love, you're going to be happy. And I think that's something that you have not had for maybe your whole life. Maybe a while. You're actually going to be happy for the first time in your life, and it's going to be consistent. And I can see on the other side of this, if you're not married yet and you want to be married, I actually do see marriage on the other side of this as well, and that's part of your happiness. Okay, so at this moment, balance, working through two versions of you, like one step at a time, and everything will come into play, and it'll be so, so, so beautiful. We're going to get one more card from each of these. Keep your heart open, take a breather. Yeah, so this is definitely about your relationships, especially if you have dealt with like breakups or anything like that. It's okay. Like, these things break us apart to bring us back together. And I try to remember this as well, because I'm kind of going through a weird time as well. And I try to like tell myself like where I was years and years ago, like when I was younger. Side note, when I was younger, I had a lot of, okay, I've not really had an easy life, but when I was younger, I had really bad physical ailments. I was basically ill most of my childhood, okay? Most of my teenagers, most of my childhood. And I genuinely thought, how am I going to live my life? Like, how am I actually ever going to get back to this? How am I ever going to get back to my life? And I'm here. I always love running as well. I love running. I love fitness. I love being fit. And I always thought, am I ever going to get back to running again? Am I ever going to get back to actually walking again? Because I actually was like bedridden for a lot of it, because I couldn't breathe, basically. I had major like asthma, bronchitis, costochondritis, like it was a lot. And now I'm here and I go for runs every day if I want to. And I'm in a house that I feel safe in. I have a man that I love. Like, these are all things that I didn't even know that I was actually like gonna have that in this life. Like, pure heart conversation, me and you right now, genuinely didn't think that was gonna happen in my life. Genuinely, hand on heart, thought, I'm not allowed that, I'm not gonna have that, and I have had it and I am having it now. So I'm not saying my life is perfect, it's far from perfect, okay? It's far from perfect. But these are things that I actually wanted for so many years, and I finally got them, you know? I finally got them. Now, this is telling me to tell you that you can do this. This is great, and it is going to get so much larger, but you really have to be kind to yourself in this process. It's really getting you to face your passion. Face your passion, but also compassion for yourself. Like, where are you not being compassionate for yourself? So that is your reading. I hope you have the most beautiful day. Reading rates are down below. I also aim to do a live stream at the end of every month, so if you want to join in, please do. And I'll speak to you soon. Bye. Hello, group number 3. Let's get started with your reading. So you guys have the black tourmaline. I love this crystal. This crystal makes me so happy. Like, it is literally my happiness crystal. This is a really grounding crystal, okay? This will make you ground yourself. This will make you feel like you've got your feet on the grass. It is so good. And this is one of my favorite. This is actually mine. This has like mica in it that they use in like eyeshadow and stuff. Beautiful. Okay. Oh my gosh, right, this is beautiful. This is not just a small message, okay? So prepare yourself, get a cup of tea, sit down, chill out. This is going to be quite a big message. It's actually really good. Like, this feels great. Okay. We have a feeling of falling. You feel like you're kind of falling and you don't know if God's going to catch you. You don't know if your spirit guides are going to catch you. You have no idea what is going on. You're waiting. And I see you waiting in a queue, or like waiting in a queue, or like waiting in like a traffic jam or something like that. So what I see is you are being opened up to the possibility that you are not a problem, that you are loved, and that you can literally have everything that you want. Now, you're not really sure about this because you've not really had that before. So now you're thinking, oh my gosh, okay, how do I get there? So that's what you're looking at. Your biggest blessing is what you actually want, and what you're fated for is actually going to come into your life. And this is genuinely something that you are going to have in your life, and you're going to attract it, and it's really, really beautiful. This is genuinely fated, and everything, and the way you are, your personality, the way you're built, your interests, all of that is not for no reason, okay? This is all because you are going to end up with all the things that you want, and the dreams that you want, and the fun life that you want. That is also on its way. It is ultimately completely fated for you. Like, it is fated for your life, and that's what's happening with you. Now, let's get you. Just burp then. Now, this is so random, but I'm seeing pigs as like an omen. So look up what pigs mean, because to me they feel like taking all the resources in a good way, like taking all resources and kind of figuring out your life in a way. Okay, Chamber of Manifestation. Can we get one more, please? Soul Retrieval. Wow. Okay, that's so nice. Right, so I feel like you're feeling like you feel like you've missed out. You feel like something has gone and you're never going to get it back. Now, if that's happened to you, just remember the last time that happened and the fact that you probably did get it back again, right? There is some newness coming in, and this is yours. Now, at this moment, you are trying to figure out your frequency. That's what they're telling me. You're figuring out your frequency. You've kind of been in this phase of pretending like you're okay, like pretending like you're wearing a mask. You've been wearing a mask, and you've been pretending like you're a certain way to survive certain situations. You're not doing that anymore. You cannot function like that anymore. It's breaking down and it's scary. You are coming into this fated life but it's just like it feels icky, it feels clunky, because you're having to let go of so much of who you are. And this is old stuff, by the way, guys. This is really old stuff. This is stuff that you've been doing since childhood that is not serving you anymore. It's keeping you small. If anything, it's really keeping you small, and we don't need that for you anymore. So a big blessing for you is your life is going to completely change. I feel at the most within 6 months. I think it's going to shift majorly, and September's really, really important for you. Virgo season, September, because your career, your whole life is shifting, and that's why it feels really clunky, because it's a really big change. It's not just like, oh, you're getting a dog. I mean, I would love a dog, but that is a big life change. But it's not just getting a dog. It's like you're changing your entire life, right? You're changing who you are. If you have been functioning the same way your whole life, of course you're going to feel weird. Of course it's going to feel clunky. Do you know what I mean? I love this. Right, my love, you are an empath. You are someone who's sensitive AF. You are sensitive, like myself. You are sensitive. You can feel everything. You've got to hold your boundaries. That's what's important right now, and ignite that effing fire. Like throat chakra stuff is really coming in. You are balancing your fire with your sensitivity. Now, this is not an energy of, oh, well, I have to be small. I have to hold, like, why? I'm hearing, why do I hold myself in such a small way? Now, this is because you're protecting yourself, but what it does is it keeps you small. Now, you're coming out of that shell, and it's terrifying, but it's also freeing. It's kind of like coming out of a cage, and that's kind of all you've known. And you're kind of scared, like, is the world really that scary? No, it's not, actually. Like, a lot of the past stuff that I've realised, especially like boomers and all those generations, it's like they're kind of fear-based. It's kind of like, oh, I don't want to go outside, oh, I don't want to let my kids play. It's like this fear-based mentality. Now, there is a sense of being safe, yeah, of course, being cautious, yes, but don't fear your life, because you are trying to get past this and it's stressing you out. Now, there isn't really anything you need to do, but I would recommend anything artistic, anything that's just pen to paper, paint on paper, going for a run, going for a walk, getting in the sunlight, just doing anything that just allows you to play, allows you to release, because you have a really big purpose on this earth, like you genuinely do. And I don't just say this stuff, like, I'm a very grounded reader. I will say that about myself. I am a grounded reader, and I will not make stuff up. And I genuinely feel like this group always, by the way, number 3 is a creative one, because you guys are number 3. You guys are the creators. You make stuff out of nothing, effectively. So, and that takes a lot of effort. You know what? That takes a lot of effort. It's kind of like when you're having a baby and it takes 9 months. It takes energy, it takes sustenance. You have to eat more. And right now you might be needing to eat more, yeah? So at this moment, you are feeling this rush, this energy. You're needing to breathe through it. And the biggest lesson that you're letting go of is letting go of your mask. Letting go of all this fear that you hide yourself behind, because, my love, this is not you. You know what? That's not you. This is you. Can you see the difference? Yeah? She's hiding. She's hiding behind the words that people have said, the way that people have treated her. That's not your life. That's somebody else's voice in your head. Whose voice is that tells you that you can't do certain things, or maybe you should neglect yourself to get love, or, you know, all these things. That's not you. That's not you. Okay? Now, that's what you're coming out of. And on the other side of that, let's see. We're going to get you a little bit of, get you some astrology dice as well, and we'll see. I love it. I love this. You're going to get some downloads, some images of your next life, and it's going to be quite overwhelming because it's big. Like, this is big stuff. This is like, oh my gosh, I really have to start showing up now. You've got the most powerful group out of all 3 of them. Like, you've got the, boom, it's here right now. The other 2 groups are more kind of scattered, in more kind of like building up to it. You're basically there. It's really just about it, God putting it in you, in your place, in the place, that sounds really bad, in the right place at the right time. Okay, so you have all of this. You think it's not going to happen. You worrying, you're keeping yourself up at night. It's because you're changing so much and you're scared, and that's okay. It's okay to be scared. You don't have to know everything. You don't have to know exactly what's going on, but I'm here to tell you, my love, this is you, right? This is the biggest blessing. Your biggest blessing, your most life-changing blessing is your career, your values. And do you know what's funny is, this isn't just your career, this is everything, because your boundaries, your self-control, your willpower, the ways you hold space around yourself, the way you're connecting to yourself differently now is changing everything. It's changing your friendships that you attract, the colleagues that you have in your life, the things that you say yes and say no to. That is literally changing your life. That's why it is such a painstakingly uncomfortable thing to go through, because it is just so yucky. Okay, it's just so yucky, but you're getting there. You're doing a really good job. Beautiful. Love this so much. Be humble and shine unapologetically. Yeah, this is about you shining. This is about you stepping out of the crowd, which is really scary for you, because a lot of the time is maybe you've kind of held yourself back. This is time to be humble. This is a time for you to think about yourself and what you truly want. Okay? Okay, let's get you some dice. We have Aries, stepping into your power, your uniqueness, ninth house, Sagittarius, fire, and also the moon. It's figuring out what you like. You don't have to know yet, but you're figuring out what you like, what makes you feel powerful, and also you're going to be quite famous worldwide for some of you guys as well. That is your reading. If you'd like a private reading, my information is down below. I hope you have the most wonderful day, and I'll speak to you very soon. Bye. Hello, group number 4. Let's get started with your reading. You guys chose pyrite. I just want to show you this crystal because it has, I think, what's that? I think that's quartz in there, but it's really beautiful. Maybe even selenite, but this is really, really beautiful. What a beautiful crystal. Okay, let's see what you get. Chamber of Transformation. That is a big one. That is like a really, really big card. Okay, let's see. Now, this is not a subtle card. This is one of the like really non-subtle cards in this deck. It's like in terms of like colour and the way it looks. Ooh. Chamber of Inspiration, Chamber of Forgiveness. Beautiful. Ancestral healing, scarcity. You guys are healing your scarcity mindset. You're healing what you've been going through in terms of scarcity. Let me bring this light down. I feel like that is a bit too bright. Okay, so in terms of how you are going through in this blessing and going through your life, you are very inspiring. Like, you have an inspiring energy. You are somebody who is, okay, you just, when you have a thought, you need to create it if you haven't already. That is like my advice to you, because you're going through like quite a big change in how you see yourself, especially your identity and the way you look. That's really changing, so you might even change like what you like to wear, things like that. What I see is, I'm seeing like a lot of healing. I'm seeing like genuine healing, like Reiki or something like that, like actual healing. I see that happening, so that might be something that you need to have. But pyrite is about money, it's about abundance, it's like physical coin. I think there's some more physical coin that's happening. You may even already have a lot of physical coin. If you haven't, then that's something that's probably the biggest blessing coming towards you. I genuinely feel that. It feels like money, it feels like a balance with your money. I think that's even more important than having money, because it's like you can't balance it, you're just going to get rid of it and that's it. Like, you are balancing how you are with money and how you attract it. And basically you're coming into this bright energy of feeling glorious. It feels beautiful. Some of you guys are wearing a lot more yellow. There's like an energy of Leo in here as well. You might have a Leo friend who's very influential. There's like a lot of, there's a lot of Leo energy going on in this group. And Leos are also very scared to shine. So part of your goal, I think, with this blessing is, part of it is getting past your thoughts that are really negative. That's something that you're releasing and letting go of. Yeah, death and rebirth with a phoenix here. Release resistance and relating. Comparison, others, projections, self-reliance. Yeah, I think it's to do with what will people think of me. It could be that your upbringing was to, like, you know, you had to be a certain job, like maybe a doctor or something. You have to do like a certain job, and now you're scared of choosing the right job for you. Now, I would say, in terms of your job, if this is to do with a job, give it 3 months And I think you're going to know within 3 months. I think the job hasn't actually opened up for you yet. That's what I'm seeing. I think a biggest blessing for you is this job is going to open up for you. Even if it's your own career, even if it's your I feel like I need to do like healing in this video. Even if it's your job, it's about it being open enough, about you being open enough to be available for other people. That's partly what it is. I think that's the biggest blessing for you is your career. It's your money. And the thing is, right, it's not even about the money. It's actually about how you present yourself, how you are in the public eye. It's about how to handle criticism. You're preparing for all of these things. That's why you're going through such a big transformation, because what you want before is not what you want now. And that's very confusing to be in those two different phases. You're also working on how you relate to others and like people's opinions, and not letting that take you over. Beautiful. What did I say? Career. Exactly. This is to do with your career. I think this is also to do with your family. If you have children, if you are wanting children, it's to do with like, do I have enough money to have kids? That could even be one of the things. You know, that could be one of the things. Obviously, take it as it resonates. I think it's also relying on other people. This is part of your life right now, is you've been kind of on your own for a while, or feeling alone for a while, and you have been healing a lot of inner child stuff, and a lot of it's to do with abandonment. And that's scary, because when you rely on other people, you can possibly be abandoned. But do you know what? You're not a child anymore, and you're an adult, and you're somebody who can actually be the adult for your inner child and for your younger self that didn't have that before. So you are fully capable of being in your own power. Now, this is to do with how you're approaching your career and your money and how you're seeing it. And I feel like the fact that we have the Ace of Pentacles right at the start is showing me like you are doing it whether you like it or not. Basically, that's why it's pretty uncomfortable and it's not fun, because you're basically being pushed to do this at this time. God, universe, spirituality, anything that you are drawn to, it will show you where you are missing the point. All right, it will push you until you can't be pushed no more. Now, it's not pushing you in a bad way. It's kind of like your friend, if you've got a best friend, and they kind of give you a little push. They're like, you are amazing, you can do this, go for it. That's what's happening. Now, the timing doesn't really matter. It's actually about just when you do it. It's just as long as you do it. That's what I'm feeling. I think it's starting a new business, but it's genuinely just choosing the job that you want. I think you're unsure of the job that you actually want, and I think that's something that you're deciding. This is the biggest blessing, is choosing the job, because once you find it, you're going to be full steam ahead on a roll. You're going to be fine. It's literally just like choosing the job that you like. That's what I'm feeling. Words. I feel like I need some other deck. Let's get you one of these Moonology cards. Yes, you are very scared of what other people think of you. You're very scared of how people perceive you, and that's keeping you tied up in knots. Believe that you are worthy, and trust all will be well. Like, it will. It's about actually knowing that you can rely on God and you can rely on your spirit guides. Like, it is okay. You're not, like, nothing bad is going to happen. I genuinely don't feel that for you guys, and obviously take it as it resonates, but I don't feel like that. I think this is actually to do with your fear of actually just being vulnerable, being emotionally vulnerable. Like, one of the things I'm seeing is like a party, and you're really scared of like getting up and dancing at this party. And you're so scared of what people will think of you, or they think you're stupid, or what am I wearing, all these things. And you are just saying, fuck it, I'm going to do it. And you're so much happier. Make the moves, even if they're really small. The scary ones are the best ones, because you're going to make more moves and you're going to feel better, because you're starting to trust yourself slowly and slowlier. That's not a word. Slower and slower, you're getting out of your comfort zone. We're going to get you a card. I haven't given this card to any other group. This is the Soft Colours deck, and I think this deck is very, very sweet. What does group number 4 need to know, please? I think you guys need a hug. I think that's basically what it is. Go hug somebody if you can, or hug yourself. Can you remember who you were? Recall, awaken, return. Now, you're coming back to who you were, who you are. Yeah? It's like you got so trapped in, you got stuck in the trap. The trap is, other people's fucking life, other people's opinions of you, other people's way of how you think you should be being. That's trapped you. That's trapped you into being so unhappy. That's why you've been feeling unhappy. That's why you've been feeling inadequate, because you've been living a life that somebody else is living. You don't have to do that anymore. And that's what you're scared of, and that's what you're learning. Yeah, let's get you one more. And this is to do with your finances, definitely. It's like, am I brave enough to do this? Start over anytime. Reset, choose, begin. You can restart now. You can do it whenever you want. Your light never fades. That's so cute. So even with all this fear, even with all this pain, uncomfortableness, your light never fades. You are amazing. I hope you have a lovely day. If you would like a private reading, all the information is down below, and I'll speak to you very, very soon, my love. Bye.